All right, so we're diving into the great within today. This Christian D. Larson from back in 1907, he's all about this idea of the subconscious mind and all this like untapped potential we've got. Kind of exciting, but I don't know, a little intimidating too, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's a pretty powerful concept. And what I think is really cool is Larson's take on it. He's way ahead of his time, you know?
Yeah.
He doesn't see the subconscious as this separate thing. It's not like some other mind. It's all one mind. But the subconscious is like this deeper level, you know?
I see.
Like think of a sponge, okay?
Okay, a sponge.
Soaked in water. That sponge, that's your conscious mind.
Yeah.
And that water, that's soaking every bit of it. That's your subconscious.
So it's not like tucked away somewhere. It's everywhere.
Exactly. It's in every thought, every feeling.
Whoa, that's a powerful image.
Right.
But okay, if it's that influential, why aren't we all like living our best lives already? You'd think this powerhouse would be, I don't know, doing more, right?
That's where we come in. Our conscious effort. That's the key. Larson's really clear about this. The subconscious, it gives you the raw material, the potential, you know?
The ingredients, but not the finished dish, kind of.
Perfect analogy. We got to shape that potential. We got to give it direction.
So it's not just wishing and hoping.
No way. It's about actively creating.
A partnership then, not a genie in a bottle.
Exactly. And to do that, Larson talks about, well, there are these switches we got to learn to flip.
Switches. I like that. So what's the first one?
Desire.
Okay, but I desire things all the time. Doesn't seem to be working.
Not just any kind of desire, though. He's talking about feeling it deeply, vividly, like almost as if you're already living the outcome, you know?
I think I get that. Like when I was working on that project I was really passionate about, it wasn't just a thought, it was this drive, you know?
Exactly. You got to impress that desire onto your subconscious, make it real on that deeper level.
Okay, that makes sense. But then he also talks about faith, right?
Absolutely. And this one, it kind of trips people up.
Yeah. How does just believing in something make it happen? Isn't that just wishful thinking?
It's not about ignoring reality. It's about getting rid of the mental blocks, you know, the doubt and the anxiety.
I think I see.
Larson's argument is when you have that unwavering faith, you clear the path for the subconscious to really work its magic.
Like silencing that inner critic that's always saying, no way.
Yeah. It's like if you're always second-guessing yourself, you're putting the brakes on all that subconscious power you've got.
Okay, so less brakes, more faith. But how does that actually, like, play out in real life?
He gives this cool example. Someone's got this desire, right? They need increased strength for a task they got to do in the future. And they impress that desire on their subconscious. And guess what?
What?
When the time comes, they've got exactly the strength they need. It's like their subconscious delivered right on schedule.
Whoa, that's kind of wild. So we're not just talking about feeling good. We're talking about shaping our abilities.
Our circumstances even. It shows just how much power our minds have.
Not just over ourselves, but over things outside of us too.
Right. It's about getting your conscious intention lined up with all that subconscious potential.
So, okay, flip side of that then. If it's that powerful, we got to be careful what we're feeding it, right? Negative thoughts, bad vibes, all that. That can't be good.
That's where things get tricky. Larson warns about this big time. Don't let those negative impressions take hold. The fear, the worry, all that stuff. It's like planting bad seeds in fertile ground, you know?
Oh, not good.
Every thought, every feeling, it's got the potential to grow into something bigger.
Man, that's a bit unnerving. Knowing all those worries I've got might be taking root somewhere.
Yeah.
Yikes. So what do we do? Just try to ignore them?
And it's actually not what he suggests. Instead of dwelling on the negative, you know, he says focus on the opposite.
The opposite.
Yeah. Like instead of obsessing over your fears, consciously cultivate courage, you know?
Interesting. So it's not just about not thinking bad thoughts. It's about actively thinking good ones to crowd them out.
Exactly. Shining a light on the positive to chase away the darkness.
That's kind of like those mindfulness things people talk about today.
Yeah.
Reframing your thoughts instead of trying to, I don't know, bury them.
Exactly that. It's not just about being positive to be like happy.
Right.
It's about intentionally shaping that whole subconscious landscape.
Powerful stuff.
And you know what else Larson talks about? Cultivating what he calls mental sunshine.
Mental sunshine. I like the sound of that already.
It's all about gratitude, basically.
Okay, so be thankful for the good stuff you've got.
Yep. He believes that genuine gratitude, that paves the way for even more good to come into your life.
So it's like gratitude's a magnet for good stuff.
You could say that. It shifts your whole energy, you know? You become more open to opportunity, to solutions.
Makes you think about how you start and end your day, right? Because if what we're thinking and feeling before bed is extra powerful,
Oh, yeah, Larson's big on that.
that's a lot of pressure. I bet everyone listening is now wondering what's going through their heads before they fall asleep.
Probably.
So what's the move? No doom scrolling before bed.
He suggests ending your day with intention, you know? Set those positive intentions, give your subconscious some tasks to work on while you sleep.
Instead of replaying all the worries from the day.
Exactly. It's like giving your subconscious a to-do list for the night shift.
To-do list for the night shift. I like it. So all this mental stuff is important. But he also talks about the physical side of things, right?
Oh, yeah. Can't forget that.
Like getting enough sleep.
Absolutely. Taking care of your body. That's all part of creating that fertile ground for your subconscious to flourish.
So good sleep hygiene isn't just about feeling rested. It's about maximizing my subconscious potential.
Exactly that.
Man, this is really starting to click for me. We've covered so much already, but I feel like we're just scratching the surface here. There's so much more to uncover, right?
Oh, absolutely. Larson's work is full of these amazing insights.
All right, well, let's dig in some more then.
It's amazing, right? How these ideas, they seem so simple, but they're so profound, you know?
Totally. And Larson's book, it's just packed with these practical insights. You know, one thing I've been thinking about, this whole idea of the power of suggestion. We've been talking about our own thoughts and feelings, but what about suggestions that come from outside? Other people, the media, all that.
Oh, that's huge, yeah. Larson talks about that a lot. He says we're constantly bombarded with suggestions.
Yeah.
From everywhere, you know? And those, they can get into our subconscious too.
So it's not just our own thoughts, it's like everything's getting in there.
Exactly, like a sponge, remember, soaking it all up, the good and the bad.
Okay, so mental diet time. Got to be careful what we're letting in.
Absolutely. Larson's all about that. Choose your influences wisely, you know? Surround yourself with the good stuff.
People, the media, all of it.
All of it. Feed your mind what it needs to grow.
Makes sense, but okay, here's the thing. What about the negative stuff that's already in there? From before we knew any better, you know?
Right. That's where autosuggestion comes in.
Suggestion.
It's like consciously giving yourself positive suggestions to counteract the negative ones.
So if I've been telling myself I'm not good enough for years, now I got to start telling myself I am capable, all that.
Exactly. But it's not just about saying the words, right?
Right.
You got to feel it, you know? Believe it with every fiber of your being.
That's kind of tough when you've got those old beliefs stuck in there.
It takes time, for sure.
Yeah.
But the more you do it, the more you reprogram your subconscious.
Like overwrite the old programming with new code.
Perfect analogy. You're getting it.
Okay, that makes sense. And this connects to what he says about visualization, right?
Oh, absolutely.
He's big on creating those mental pictures. But it's not just daydreaming, is it?
No, it's way more deliberate than that.
Okay, so how do you do it right?
Engage all your senses, you know?
Senses, like smell and taste and all that.
All of them. Make that image as vivid as possible. See it, hear it, feel it. Imagine yourself already living that outcome.
Wow, like a mental rehearsal for success?
Exactly. And the more you do it, the more you impress that reality onto your subconscious.
So it's like tricking your mind into thinking it's already real.
In a way, yeah. Larson believed the subconscious doesn't know the difference between a real event and a vividly imagined one.
Whoa, okay, that's powerful. So we're talking positive thoughts, positive feelings, and now positive images too.
All working together. It's about aligning everything.
With what we want to create, right?
Exactly. But there's one more piece.
Okay, what's that?
Action.
Can't forget about that.
Right. The subconscious, it'll provide the resources, the opportunities, but we got to take the steps to make it happen.
So it's like we set the intention. The subconscious gives us the tools.
And we put those tools to work.
It's a team effort.
Love it. It's a dance between our inner world and our outer world.
Inner and outer, yeah, that's good. And this is where the law of attraction comes in, right?
Yes, the law of attraction.
Is this the same idea that's in all those self-help books these days?
It's definitely related, but Larson's take is a bit different.
How so?
He describes it as like attracts like, you know.
Okay, I've heard that before.
He's saying our thoughts and feelings, they create this vibration.
A vibration?
Yeah. And that vibration attracts things that match it.
So if I'm vibing low, I'm going to attract low stuff.
Unfortunately, yeah, that can happen.
But the good news is the opposite is true too, right?
Exactly. High vibes attract high vibes.
So we literally become magnets for whatever we're focused on.
That's the idea. Both good and bad.
Man, that's a lot of responsibility.
It is. But it's also incredibly empowering.
We have so much power to shape our reality.
More than we realize, probably.
It makes you really think about what you're thinking about, huh?
For sure. And that's why Larson's work is so relevant.
Even though it's over 100 years old.
He's giving us this practical guide,
To harness this incredible power we all have inside. And he doesn't stop there either. He talks about connecting to something greater than ourselves.
Oh, absolutely. That's a big part of his philosophy.
Whatever that means for you, right?
Exactly. He talks about prayer, meditation.
Ways to tap into that divine guidance, that support.
It's about cultivating faith, trust.
Knowing that you're not alone on this journey, even when things get tough.
It's a beautiful message, really.
It is. And it's so cool how he blends spirituality with personal growth.
It's not just about success. It's about aligning with your purpose.
Your higher self, all that.
Exactly. And that's what makes his work so timeless.
It speaks to that deep human need.
For meaning, for connection, for something more.
Totally. Man, this has been an amazing conversation.
I agree. We've explored so much.
Larson's work, it's so rich, so thought-provoking.
And there's still more to uncover, I think.
Oh, definitely. I'm ready to dive even deeper.
Yeah.
Now, with all these tools and techniques, I keep thinking about how it's not just about using the subconscious. It's about, becoming more like it,
Yeah, I see what you mean. Larson talks about this idea of unfoldment.
Unfold.
There's this perfect version of ourselves.
Hidden inside.
Exactly, just waiting to emerge.
So it's not about achieving stuff. It's about becoming who we're meant to be.
Exactly. Aligning our conscious mind with that subconscious wisdom and power.
Okay, I love that.
Right.
But how do we actually do that?
Well, all those tools we talked about, those are key.
The desire, the faith, all that.
Yep. But he also talks about specific practices.
Okay, like what?
One of the big ones is stillness.
Stillness. Like meditation.
It's similar, but Larson takes it deeper.
Deeper how?
It's not just about quieting the mind.
Okay.
It's about reaching the state of deep inner peace.
Inner peace.
Where you can connect with, the essence of your being.
Whoa, that sounds intense.
It is. It's about transcending the ego.
And connecting to something bigger.
Exactly. Larson believes that in those moments of stillness, we tap into a source of wisdom, inspiration.
That our conscious mind can't access on its own.
Right. Think about it. When do you get your best ideas?
Usually when I'm not even trying, like taking a walk or just relaxing.
That's your subconscious working its magic.
It's not bound by all those rules our conscious mind has, huh?
Nope. It can pull from this vast field of information.
So we got to create space for those insights to come through.
Exactly. Quiet the mind, listen to the whispers.
But he also talks about expressing that inner greatness, right?
Absolutely. It's not just about inner transformation.
It's got to come out into the world.
Right. Larson believes we all have a unique contribution to make.
Like a special gift.
A gift, a talent, a purpose.
And the subconscious, it holds the key to that.
It's got the blueprint, yeah.
It knows our strengths, our passions, all the stuff we need to find our purpose.
Exactly. By tapping into it, we gain clarity.
About who we really are and what we're here to do.
It's not about trying to be someone else.
It's about uncovering the greatness that's already there.
And expressing it, sharing it with the world.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
And it's a lifelong journey,
A journey of unfoldment.
Exactly. Larson encourages us to keep challenging ourselves.
To set bigger goals. To never stop growing. So even when we achieve what we thought was impossible, there's always more.
Always. The potential is infinite.
Wow, that's both exciting and a little daunting, huh?
It is, but it's also incredibly empowering.
Knowing that we have this capacity for growth, and that by unlocking our own potential, we actually help unlock the potential of others, too.
That's a ripple effect, yeah.
So inspiring. Well, I think that about wraps up our deep dive into the great within.
It's been an amazing journey exploring Larson's ideas.
From understanding the power of the subconscious to those practical tools for unlocking our true potential.
And that idea that we're all capable of so much more than we think.
That's the biggest takeaway for me, for sure. There's a genius asleep within each of us.
Yeah.
And it's up to us to awaken it.
What a powerful thought.
So to everyone listening, if you're ready to start unlocking your own great within.
Take that first step,
Explore those tools, those practices.
Keep learning, keep growing.
And remember, the journey is yours to create. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, happy diving.